Greetings, me old sporodactys, stinkles and popty bloody pings, and how the devil are you? Eh? I hope you're well. Right, you're joining us here in Aberdeen. This morning we went up to a place, the same place we went to last week actually, around near Glenross. We got that off, and I could have had a cracking video. Actually, we come out of Glenross and headed up here to Aberdeen, and so we had to go on the A92 over towards Dundee and over across that big bridge. Is it the Tay Bridge or something? So that would have been a cracking video with that, but unfortunately one of the lads rang me, so I ended up, I'm not ignorant, so I ended up having crack with him instead. It was a shame really, because yeah, it would have been a nice video. So I think I'm going back out the way I've come in. I think I am. I hope I am. There's only one way to bloody find out. I'm pretty sure I came down this road here to the left, and I think I turned right into this road I'm on now. So yeah, I'm hoping we're going out the same way we came in. Now then, a little thing what's nitpicking at me, and it's really starting to bug me, to be honest, is, and I'm not trying to have a go at this fella in particular, but there's one guy keeps commenting and saying, every time you stop behind the car, you're far too close to the car in front, I can't see your wheels, and if I can't see your wheels, if that car breaks down, you're not going to get out. Well, believe it or not, it's the camera angle. I know for a fact I can get out. I can see the back wheels of this car, but you can't. Because all you can see is this particular camera angle here. I can see that I can get out. If this car breaks down in front of me, I'm getting past it 100%, no problem. So it's one of them. I understand that people want to make topics and, you know, want to make discussions. Yeah, this truck's turning in here, so that's definitely the way I came. I understand people want to make topics of discussion and whatnot, but seriously, I know what, well, I hope I don't jinx myself now. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? But I know what I'm doing, guys. I've got enough experience behind me now to know what I'm doing, so whilst I understand your concern, you know, I understand your points of view and all that, I'm not going to enter into the, you know, long-winded, flowery, riposte debates with you about, am I too close to the car in front? I know I can get around the car in front. Sometimes in heavy traffic, you know, you've no option but to close up in front, to close up to behind the car in front and hope it doesn't break down, because if you don't and you leave the slightest of gaps, somebody will jump in front of you and you'll never get any bloody progress, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I understand. I'm not having a whine here and a bitch and a moan. I understand your points of view to this particular lad in question. I understand where you're coming from on that, but I wish you'd give over, keep posting it, because it starts getting on my tit, to be honest, because I actually know what I'm doing. Like I've said, don't get me wrong, I am no expert. I have never tried to be an expert doing this. Every day is a school day, and I learn something new every day, but I kind of know the basics and know what I'm doing, do you know what I mean? So again, whilst I understand your concern and I understand your points of view that you're raising, just mirrors, mindful, this guy's crossing behind us, let him go. We'll just tickle and feckle up to these lights, because we are going to get across. Now, I've no sat-nav on here, so I'm just kind of running for, trying to pick up the A90. I think we're going to go straight on. It is going dark as well, so we're just mindful where this guy's going here. Just up that already. Some mirrors. It's raining on and off. Just mindful. It's the A90 I want. I've no sat nav on. It'll be straight over this roundabout, so mindful of anything coming up the left-hand side of us now. That part's my blocker, we're out. Another car there, going to block us. Yeah, going to use as a blocker. We're out, signals on, mirrors, here we go, signpost, see what's this, A90 north and south. We want to head back down towards Dundee, mindful of this car here pulled up on the left. We are in a 40 as far as I'm aware. This road should pretty much take us all the way up now to the A90, then we'll swing a left and head down towards Dundee. So yeah, where was that? I'm sorry if that comes across as having a rant. I'm not having a rant in any way, shape or form, but there's one particular fella keeps commenting and he says he's a fan of mine, and thank you, you know, I appreciate you watching the videos and that, but it really does bug me when people keep nitpicking slightest little things. You're too close to the thing, you can't see the tyres. He says he can't see the tyres of the car in front. You might not be able to do from that camera angle, but trust me, I can. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it sounds like I'm having a go and having a whinge. I don't mean to, and if it comes across as that way, then I do apologise. I'm not trying to have a go at you, pal. Like I say, I fully understand where you're coming from, and I know what you're saying, but trust me, I kind of know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So we'll leave it at that anyway. We'll leave it at that. It's like someone else was trying to be a clever. Well, someone in particular was trying to just be a clever bugger the other day on that video I did, where the one what's gone viral recently. Somebody said, why you fishtailing all over the place down a straight road trying to reverse? Well, actually, I'm not. The unit hardly moves, only towards the end when I was trying to, getting turned round. And if you look at the video properly, yes, it is a straight road, but is it even? No. Was there any tarmac laid on it? No, there was not. So you've got all your bumps and divots, and you only have to go over the slightest bump or divot when you're reversing, and it'll move a little bit, so you have to correct it and whatnot. A little bit of steering on. But then when I got to the bottom of the road, I was making the right adjustments to reverse round the corner, and then I could get out of sight. And this guy thought, yeah, you're all over the place, you can't reverse down a straight road. Just trying to be a clever cunt, really. And, it's one of them, it is what it is. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I put these videos on YouTube, so I expect that, not everybody's going to agree with you. I don't want everybody to, blow smoke up my ass and say, you're the best, Dorothea, we want you as our leader. You know what I mean? I don't want any of that, I don't put it on for that. So I appreciate that people are going to disagree and do things different. But when the same people keep popping up with the same negative, nitpicking shit all the time, you start thinking, are you actually a fan of this channel, or are you just a knobhead, what fucking, a keyboard warrior, what doesn't really like me? Because there's a few out there what don't like me, don't get me wrong. But then again, you can't go through life expecting everybody to like you. You're not going to get that, do you know what I mean? So, not everyone's going to like you in life, I'm well aware of that. But sometimes I wish they'd just come out and say, Dorothea, I think you're a prick. When they just sit there, you know where you stand with people like that, when they just sit there nitpicking at you all the time, you can start thinking, yeah, bit of a bellend, young one. Rennie Road, we're moving. So, it's only 4:15, it's 13 minutes past 4 now. I'm loaded for a place in Hartlepool. I never get down there tonight, so we'll be pulling this up somewhere, probably off the A1 I think. We're going to run down towards Dundee now, run it down towards Edinburgh, and we're going to pick up the A1. I'm going to run down the A1, then pick up the A19, run under Time Tunnel. I'll do another video for you tomorrow. But yeah, please forgive me, I'm not trying to have a go at people there. Like I say, I understand what this lad was saying about being too close to the vehicle in front in traffic. If that vehicle breaks down, or if an ambulance comes down, and blah blah, yeah, whatever, I know what I'm doing, pal. But anyway, that's that. I say I know what I'm doing. We need to get back to where's this for now? Dundee. This will do us some mirrors. We're gonna go lefticals here. This should split us back out onto the A90, A92, bloody bleedy bloody biddly optitato. You know what I mean, don't you? Do you know what I mean? The bloody bleedy bloody bleedly bloody bly blow. It's to the side of yonder, isn't it? It's to the side of yonder. To the side of yonder, road lad. To the side of yonder. And clear. This vehicle turning left. And clear. Vehicle turning left. So A92, A90, that'll do. Some mirrors, lights are changing, just mindful of this guy in front. So we're hoping to get down through towards Dundee, as I say, back onto the M-bloody up to Dido. And then we're just heading towards Edinburgh and pick up the back end of Edinburgh, the A1, run down through Berwick upon Tweed and all that shit. And I'll find some weird parking to eat. I've 2 hours and 7 minutes on this run before I have to take a half an hour break. So just mirrors, rain's on and off, it's been on and off all the way up here like a new bride's nightie. Some mirrors, they're going to be joining. We are now joining from the left. Signals on. We want the A90, A92, A90, so we want to come across into lane 2 of 3. Because lane 1's now going to start going off to Fiddly Fido, Puddly Bleeblow, if that knows what I mean. Again, it's to the side of yonder. There's a lot of places to the side of yonder, isn't there? But anyway, I hope you're well. I hope you had a good weekend, all of you. I had a decent Saturday afternoon off and a good day with wife yesterday, but I'm straight back at it again. I'll probably run you down towards Dundee and then we'll cut you loose and we'll crack on. I'm conscious of doing the videos too long. I don't really want to do them for an hour anymore because I think sometimes they're a bit too long. I think the half an hour mark usually works. Well, depends what you guys think. But don't get me wrong, I do appreciate people following me. I'm aware that not everybody's going to agree with me and I'll get differences of opinions. But when people start nitpicking same shit all the time, I start thinking, are they actually a fan of mine, or they're just really fucking somebody what doesn't like me, they just keep trying to wind me up, you know what I mean? So mirrors, we're braking up ahead. He's too close to the car in front. He or she. Yeah, there's still some light sky out there. Unfortunately, the clouds are that dark now because it's going to hammer it down with rain. It looks like it's going dark. Or it looks like it is dark. It won't be long till it does actually go dark though. So there's 3 cars in front of me, 2 of them are coming off on this slip road, mindful mirrors. Just mindful of this slip road here now because there is vehicles going to be joining from the left. There's one just come on, so I'm just looking down here now, just looking in this mirror. There's nothing. But just hold that, go steady, Eddie. Somebody asked me recently about Borothea. Again, I'm no bloody expert, but people ask me questions and that. I'm 21, I'm thinking about taking my test and I'm going to do tramping, I'm going to do this. One bit of advice I will give you, my friend, if you're watching this, is if you're 21 years old and you're single, yeah, stay away from tramping as much as you can. Just mindful mirrors. See, this guy is coming off. If you're young, if you are young, free and single, stay away from tramping as much as you can. Enjoy your youth. By all means, get a job driving class 1s, but go on days. Go on days, get home of a night time, enjoy your fucking youth. I tramp, right, and I do this job. I enjoy doing this job, I really do. I enjoy this job, but it's not for the faint-hearted. I do this job because 1, I enjoy it, 2, I'm pushing 50 and I've got a mortgage and a wife. Yeah, I've got a wife and a mortgage. My priorities are different now than they was when I was 25. Do you know what I mean? So this is the only job I can get for the money. Because if I come away from this job and try to do anything else, which I've done a lot of different jobs in the past before I started driving, I can't earn the money I'm earning now. Because academically, even though I'm not thick, academically I am qualified for jack shit. I have got no trade behind me and no real form of qualifications at all from leaving school that's worth shouting about. So if I didn't do this job, I would be back on shit money and doing manual physical hard labour, busting a gut all the time. This job for me is a piece of piss. We have our good days and we have our bad days, but it's unsociable hours, and you are, no matter how much you try and dress this job up and fucking edit videos and make it all fluffy, nicey, that's a load of bollocks. This job is long hours, you get spoken to like shit on various sites, treated like shit off other motorists, and you are living in a fucking tin box all week. So no matter how many fancy flashing lights, gadgets, jigglies and hula-ha's you put up in this cab, it's still a fucking tin box. Do you know what I mean? So my advice to anyone what's young, free and single is by all means pass your class 1, but don't waste your youth being stuck out on the roadside all week in a lay-by or a services, stinking a piss in the services in a fucking tin box. Enjoy your life. Maybe when you're in your 30s or 40s, take up tramping. I'm pushing 50. My young free and single days are long behind me now, do you know what I mean? I'm a happily married man. And like I say, I embrace this job for what it is. I knew full well what I was getting into when I took this job on. So I embrace it and I see the positive in it. But the negatives are, you're out in all weathers, doing a lot of unsociable hours. You can easily work a 70-hour week, you know what I mean? You're spoken to like shit, you're treated like shit on a lot of sites, and you're living in a tin box. So enjoy your youth. Live a little and experience stuff, rather than being stuck out in the roadside rattling all night from bloody wind and other trucks passing you and the rain bouncing off the roof like a bloody snare drum. Bollocks to that. Get something on days where you're at home every night. Get yourself out there. Do a bit of shagging. You know what I mean? Do a bit of shagging, lad. Or lass. Kiss lots of girls or kiss lots of boys. Do whatever makes you happy. But don't waste your young life away stuck on the roadside in a frigging tin box all week. Here endeth the lesson. That's just my 2 pence worth anyway. People might think differently. But I love this job, I really do. I enjoy doing the job. I have my good days and I have my bad days, don't get me wrong. But on the whole, I enjoy this job. And I make the best of it. I see the positive in it. I don't tend to, as I've got older, I don't really want to knock about with and associate with negative people. That's why I said on an earlier video, whatever you do, try and stay away from Facebook and these Facebook groups and social media, public forums for HGV drivers. You'll just end up associating with a load of negative dickheads. Who have not been happy in the job for years, but won't leave the job because they're qualified for fuck all else. They couldn't even empty a bin. They're probably worth about £2 an hour if they weren't driving trucks. So don't associate with them kind of people, because that negativity will rub off on you. It will. And you will end up negative yourself. As I've got older, I try and keep doing, I know it's contradicting myself now saying I keep myself to myself. I don't. I publish shit like this on YouTube. But as I've got older, I've become far less tolerant of dickheads, and I try not to associate myself with negative people and negativity. I try if I can and see the positive out of every situation. Surround yourself with positive people and you'll have positive thoughts. Surround yourself with dickheads and negative people and you'll be negative. Trust me. I think there's a big ship out there at sea. Either that or it's a harbour down that road, I don't know. That way's going off towards Stonehaven, so it might be the harbour. Daddly-yiddy, diddly-yiddy, diddly-yiddy, pig and stinking rotten swaining, bloody shoopy, diddly-yumpty-dumpty-dumpty, diddly-day. No, that is a ship, it's a big ship out at sea, that. is lights further down for the town and the village down there, but that's a big ship out at sea. It's just off the shore. So I'm following the A90 now for Perth and Dundee. And Dundee. Not Mick Dundee, no, the Dundee. Yeah, I think that would have been a good video today when I came through from Glenrothes. I come up past Markinch and I ran out on the 92 and I ended up coming into Dundee from the other way, then going over the bridge, is it the Tay Bridge or something? And then making my way around towards the side of Dundee, down towards the docks, and then back up again and coming in towards Aberdeen. So it was a good run, good little run. But one of the lads rang me and I didn't want to ignore him, so I had to stop in a lay-by, you see, for half an hour break, and just as I was finishing my break he rang me. And I thought, well, we're mid-conversation, I might as well just bloody talk to him. By the time I got off phone, I was just coming into Dundee over that bridge. There was nowhere to park. There's this temporary roadworks ongoing over there now. So it just mirrors. I'm just going to back it off because there's traffic coming to overtake me. So I didn't want to pull out on them, and these two was joining. So I've no problem backing it off and letting them in. I mean, it is up to them to adjust their speed accordingly to join the motorway, dual carriageway or whatever. It's not up to me to slow down, but if I can, I'll always try and slow down for them. To let them on. Just saves pissing about, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Hi, day, diddle, I'm a day, dum, diggy, dum, a day, dum, day, stinking, rotten, swiny, bloody shoe, diddly, ay, dum, a diddle, doo, poo. So yeah, we'll run you down towards Dundee. I forgot to have a look before. There was signs out telling you how far Dundee is, but we'll run you down towards Dundee and maybe to the side of Strathcacken services. And then I'll cut you loose and we'll pick you back up again tomorrow, I think. Running down via Berwick upon Tweed and the likes of. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be stopping round about Berwick anyway tonight. It's a nice little industrial estate I know well at Berwick. Or you can always park in the docks as well, but it's 20 odd quid. And it's only Monday, I've got food on me, so I don't need food. And I'm not really one for going to the pub every night, mate. I know some people do that, but I don't really get into that because I'm one of them. I can't just have 1 pint, I want 2 pints, you know what I mean? And then maybe a third. And then you start getting taste for it and you think, well, I better not because I'm going to be up in so many hours. So I've never really been one for going to the pub on my own of a night time. I just don't do it. If I'm in company and we're going for something to eat, I'll go and I'll have something to eat and 2 pints. But I won't just park up and go and have 4 or 5 pints every night. It's not for me, that. You end up a serious drinker then with a high tolerance to the shit, you know what I mean? I think you end up with a drinking problem, but you're not aware of it. It's just my opinion, by the way, guys. Or you might disagree. And let's face it, a lot of people do disagree with me. There is a lot of people who don't like me. You know what I mean? Shit happens. I can't be everybody's cup of tea. I've grown used to that as I've got older. And like I say, I'm pushing 50 and I've far less tolerance for fucking about now and negative people and gobshites, you know what I mean? I just think, well, if you don't like me, don't fucking watch. Nobody forces you to watch any of this shit I put on here, do they? And as tempted as I've been a couple of times, especially having a few viral videos and a few good hits at the moment, I've been tempted to monetise the channel. But I really don't want to because I'm not money orientated, believe it or not. And when I first started out on YouTube over 12 years ago, not with this channel and this profile, I've had a couple since, there was no influencers on YouTube and TikTok, and well, TikTok weren't even invented. YouTube back then was just all about ordinary people just posting shite and just being ordinary. Now everybody wants to be the next TV presenter, but not only that, they're not even hiding the fact that they want to make money and they're treating it as a business. And I think that when you start doing that, you start thinking, how many views can I get from this? And you start clickbaiting your stuff. You start using clickbaits, you're all about the views, all about attention. I've no problem with people that do that, but I wish they'd just be fucking honest. Because otherwise, I think a channel, once you monetize it and you go down that route of thinking how many views can I get off this video, because how many ads can get watched and how much money can I make, I think you lose your authenticity then, and I think you lose your genuineness, your authenticity, and I think your channel just loses its spark. And again, that's my humble opinion. So I don't want to do that. I really don't. I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but I think I'm onto something good here. I think I've got a little gem of a channel. I really do. Certainly in the trucking world, I don't think there's anybody doing what I'm doing at the minute. I really don't. I really don't think anybody's doing what I'm doing at the moment. So I think that makes me unique. And I'm not being an arrogant bastard or blowing my own trumpet. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, but I am confident that nobody is doing what I'm doing at the moment. In the UK, on YouTube, I think I've got something unique. I could be wrong, and 9 times out of 10 I bloody am wrong. But I think I've got something unique at the moment. And I want to keep it authentic that way. So I don't want to monetize my channel. Don't get me wrong, since a couple of recent videos have done well, I've had over 1,500 new subscribers. If I suddenly start reaching the dizzy heights of 10,000 subscribers, then I will look at monetizing the channel. But I will still try and keep it genuine and authentic. The moment I become treating it as a business, I think it loses it then. Like I say, you start clickbaiting then, and it's all about the views, it's all about the ads and the revenue. I don't want that. I really don't. I really don't. I've nothing against anybody what does that, but I wish they'd just be fucking honest and tell you that they're doing that, because it's quite obvious that's what they're doing, do you know what I mean? And I'm not having a go at anybody in particular. I don't want YouTube wars and all that shit. I can't be doing with that. Too old for it. Too old for it. Anyway, it's raining on and off, and it is going dark now. It is quite dark. There is still a bit of light sky up ahead. The time now is 16:32. It's just gone 4:30. There is a bit of light sky, but the clouds are that dark because it's raining on and off. It's going to be dark before we know it, so I think it'll probably look dark to you. Some mirrors, mindful, this guy's just pulling out. Mirrors coming back in. Well, like I say, I'm no expert, me guys, so please don't think that I'm trying to be the big I am and the big expert and all that. I'm not. I am no expert. I'm a jack of all trades, master of absolute jack shit. What I know about truck driving, you can probably write on the back of a fucking postage stamp, you know what I mean? But the method I use works for me. I'm not saying, I'm nowhere trying to portray myself. People keep saying I'd make a good driving instructor. Happen I would further along the line. Yeah, I'll be honest, that is something I've thought about getting into further along the line. But at this moment in time, I'm not ready to do that. Further down the line, yes, I might look into that, because I think I possibly could make a good, decent driving instructor. But I'm only saying out loud what I'm seeing, what I'm reacting to, and what works for me. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has their own way of doing things, but the methods I use was taught to me by my driving instructor. The first guy was a guy called Jonathan from Trainwright Limited at Workington on my Class 2. Jonathan, good bloke, did Class 1 and Class 2, but he put me through my Class 2, and it's Jonathan's voice, sorry, I always have in my head with mirrors. Big and from Wigan coming past you, check your mirrors as it passes you. Jonathan instilled that into me in my Class 2. So when I went to Class 1, it was just an extension of everything Jonathan had taught me, but with a big fucking trailer on back. So then the second instructor just built upon what Jonathan had taught me, and exactly the same, mirrors. Do you know what I mean? And I've just continued on with that. And I've obviously added my own bits onto it with the eco driving and stuff, do you know what I mean? But it works for me, guys. So you find your own way of doing things. But yeah, Jonathan from Trainwright Limited at Workington, or Wookington as the locals say. Jonathan was a fucking good bloke. He was a taskmaster, and at times you're thinking, for fuck's sake, give us a minute. But he drilled it into you, so when you went for your test you was prepared. You know what I mean? He was good. He's very good at his job, and is very good at his job. He's still doing it. But he's put loads of lads and lasses through the test, class 1 and class 2. I would highly recommend Jonathan. He's a good bloke. But it's when I'm, like I said, when I'm calling out mirrors, I'm reacting to what I'm seeing. 3 in front's braking. Just looking ahead there, them lights are changing. You know, reading, forward thinking and forward planning was all what Jonathan put in my head doing class 2. And all I've done is take on board what Jonathan taught me and take it further with the class 1. Still exactly the same way of thinking and same way of driving, but obviously I've now got a trailer on the back. A 45-foot trailer on the back, you know what I mean? 45 foot and 15 foot 6 high. 45 foot long. So anyway, mirrors. If any of you know Jonathan, by the way, if you're from Workington, you know of Trainwright Limited at Workington. If any of you know Jonathan personally, then tell him I said hello. He was a good bloke. Really, really nice fella. Difficult at times, but he instilled into you mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. And if you weren't looking, he'd know. He'd bollock you for it, like. But I'm still following his guidance and advice to this day, so he must have done something right, you know what I mean? It was Jonathan Quarp or Jonathan Coops or something like that. Began with a C, his second name. I can't mind on his second name. Bloody good bloke. Bloody nice chap. Awfully nice bloody chap, sir. So yeah, we're going to be well coming up to the half-an-hour mark now, so I think I'm going to pull him up to the side of Strathcacken. I've not seen Strathcacken services yet, to Strathcarron or whatever it's called. I just call it Strathcacken. Strathcacken. It's actually quite expensive to stay at Strathcacken, but I think it's about 30 quid or something. But you get a £20 fucking meal voucher. It's grand. You can get your tea and a butty for your fucking day after and that. Or a 3-course meal off a 20 quid meal voucher. It's not bad food at all. So I don't mind stopping at Strap me cack on. Strap cock on. Strap me cock on services. I don't mind it at all. But I ain't staying there tonight, I've loads of time. I've too much time, I can't justify parking up there for me. I've 3 hours 44 minutes left for there to go at. And an hour 43 on this run. See, because I didn't get back till Saturday, I ended up Friday getting kept out, and I had to tip and reload from Birmingham. I had to tip to the side of Manchester, reload out at the same place for Scotland for Monday. So I didn't get back to our yard until about 11:15 on Saturday. So by the time I fucked about and took my card out and everything, it was I think it was either 1 minute past or 2 minutes past, but call it 11 o'clock. So call it 11 o'clock. So for 45 hours off, I didn't come in till about 7:30 this morning. Put all my stuff in, got myself sorted out, put my card in at 3 minutes past 8. Made sure I'd had my 45 off, do you know what I mean? So technically, I could be running late tonight, but my driving time will run out before my working time does anyway. So 102 miles off Edinburgh. I've still not seen signs for Strap Me Cock On yet. Strap Me Cock On services. Maybe we've passed it, I don't know, while I was waffling on talking shite. Yeah, I'm still reacting and looking at everything, mirrors, blah blah blah, but I've not been calling them out so much and doing a driving commentary because I've just been rambling on. It probably sounded like I've been ranting and raving at various points. I haven't, and well, I don't think I have, and if I've come across that way, then I do apologise. It wasn't my intentions anyway, do you know what I mean? But every now and again, you know, things get on your mind and you think, well, I'm going to mention that because I'm getting a bit fucking sick of it, you know what I mean? But like I said, I've never ever once tried to claim to be an expert on this channel. I've never tried to teach anyone how to drive. That's not what I'm about. I haven't got enough experience to teach anyone how to drive. Maybe down the line I could look into driving instructing, but I am no expert. So when people start trying to nitpick and criticise at me, it does after a while start getting on my tits. Because I think to myself, it costs you fuck all to watch these videos. I've not got the subscriptions up. I'm not making a penny from YouTube, and it costs people nothing to watch. So I don't force anyone to watch it. You never hear me say, please subscribe and please like this fucking video, and please subscribe, please share this video with all your friends. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. People want to do that, then fair play to them, but I don't beg for likes and attention. It's not what I'm here for. It's not what I'm about. My philosophy is I'll record a video, I'll upload it or publish it. You either like it or you don't. You know what I mean? It'll either go well or it won't. Either way, I couldn't give a toss whether these videos get 500 views or 5 million views or 5,000 views. It makes no odds to me. I still try and talk to you as the one person. That's why I always say at the end, I've been your old mate Morathea. Not all of you. I don't say, hello folks, how's it going? I say, hello pal, how we doing? You alright? Oh, now then me old sporodactyls, dinkles and botted pings. You alright? You know what I mean? I try and talk to you on a one-to-one level. That's why I think I've got something unique going here, I really do. It's never going to set the world on fire, this, because I don't promote it. I don't plug it and publish it and share it everywhere and beg for likes and attention. So I'm never going to make money out of it. I'm never going to set the internet on fire. I accept that, and I'm pushing 50, and it's not what I'm about, you know what I mean? Can't be arsed with all that. That junction further on ahead, just backing him off. There's one coming to overtake me and this guy's indicating, so he's going to come off here. Some mirrors. I'm just going to pull out here because if I don't, it'll set me collision warning off. There's also one waiting pull out of this junction on my right hand side, some mirrors. I'll put a signal on and come back in. If he starts dilly-dallying on that slip road, you see, I'm approaching him. This computer thinks that I'm going to run it back of it and I've not seen it. So it'll put your collision warning on. If you don't react, it'll brake for you. Computers are alright, but they need to be watched, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to be mindful of them. You can't rely on computers and modern technology too much. You've got to have a human brain actually at the back of it thinking for the computer. We can't have computers thinking for us. Society will really go tits up then. Just coming into a 50, mirrors. Still on the A90. Two in front's braking in front of this truck. Truck's now braking because it's obviously up the arse of the car what was waiting to come off. That's probably why we're braking. It's pretty much pitch black dark now, lad. So we are still 38 miles off Dundee, 24 toasters from Tulsa. Six double dips from Dundee. I'm early, and if a man, early, and I'm a little me, shooting stars, wouldn't you? With the club singing. That was Gene Pitney, by the way. 24 Hours from Tulsa, whatever it was bloody called. I think that was a great rendition of Gene Pitney. What do you reckon? So I'm well aware now that this video's rattled on for a bit, so I don't think we're going to take you to Dundee. I think we're going to pull him in at next lay-by and cut you loose. Just mindful, mirrors. This has got its lights on. I don't think we've passed Strap Me Cock on services yet to Strathcacon. Strathcarron even. Dance, wherever you may be. He's braking up in front. Some mirrors, he's braking up in front. That tells me there's something coming. So mirrors, we're going to pull out as well, because that thing was coming off there. And as I say, if you don't acknowledge it, the computer will try and brake for you if it thinks that you're going to run it back or something. Some of them take an eternity to come off and turn the corner. They panic. How do you pronounce it? Is it Strathcarron or Strathcacon? Strathchatron. Strathchatron. Uchiku Mama. Ichiku Park. You know what I mean? I don't know how to pronounce it. Strap Me Cock on. Call it Strap Me Cock on services. Oh, aye. I said we were going to pull in next lay-by, didn't I? They're all bloody slithers here though. You have to pump it up on bloody pavement. Not a decent bloody lay-by among them all down this A90. Still 34 miles from Dundee. Yeah, I think we'll put him in shortly. We'll cut you loose, pal, and I'm going to crack on with the rest of my day. I'm just going to run clock out. Probably publish this tomorrow. Oh, it's looking a lot like Christmas. People have got the decorations up on the outside of the house now, see? In garden. Costing them a bloody fortune on Lecky. Unless they've got a big hamster wheel and 4 or 5 big blind mice running around it, peddling dynamo in the backyard. Towards Angus, Aberdeen, Angus. Don't know. It might be it. Margarita Bracatan, Mirrors, Mindful, Courier, Junction. Sign for parking coming up. Don't know how big this lay-by is going to be, or where it's going to be. It's obviously going to be there. Again, it's a slither. Let's stay to that. Fucking motorbike can struggle getting in that thing. How do they expect truckers park for night in that? Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely shocking. So yeah, we're going to pull over shortly and cut you loose, but just to repeat myself for the 300th time, and I don't know, just a bit of a roundup of what we talked about on this particular video. As we started off saying, I'm not here to have a rant and that, but it does get on my tits when people keep nitpicking same old shit from me. Here's Strap Me Cock on services, see? Strathcarro. It's a decent lay-by just after Strathcarro, so we're pulling in there and set her out here. So yeah, it does get on my tits when people start nitpicking me for same old fucking bollocks all the time. It starts winding me up, and part of me starts thinking, go and fuck yourself, do you know what I mean? But I understand people's point of view, but it does start nitpicking at me. And then the main important thing, what we talked about in this video, if you're a young lad, like someone's been asking me recently, you know, what's the best tips for me passing my test, and I'm a young lad, I want to get tramping, I want to get out there, I want to get experience, I would say go on days, mate. I really would. Stay away from tramping as much as you can. Stay away from tramping as much as you can till you're a bit older, because you don't want to waste, trust me, you don't want to be wasting your young life away stuck in a fucking tin box by the roadside. Get out there, enjoy yourself. Go and play football, go and shagging, do whatever, do you know what I mean? Do something else of a night time. Live your life to the best of your ability. Enjoy your youth while it lasts, because I'll tell you, sooner or later you'll look in the mirror and you'll be in your mid-40s, or you'll be in your late 40s, which I am. You'll be pushing 50-year-old and thinking, fuck's sake, where did the last 20 years go? You know, you'll look in the mirror and you'll start looking more like Homer Simpson every day, where you've not seen your dick for a while because your belly's in the way. You're bald, you start thinking, I'm fat as a pig, I'm bald. Where the fuck did my youth go? Where has the last 20 years gone? Do you know what I mean? Live your life while you're young, because trust me, it goes round fucking quick. The last 20 years for me have flown by, they really have. It didn't feel it at the time, but looking back now, the last 10 years have absolutely gone so fast. I don't know where they've gone. Here's another sliver, we'll bypass this. There's another one further down, we'll get in it. I'll just set her out here. Yeah, live your youth while you can, enjoy it, make the fucking most of it. Because before you know it, you're pushing 50. You're on the. I'm not particularly keen on golf. I think golf's a waste of a fucking good walk. But if I could compare life to a game of golf, I would say I'm on the back nine. No, I'm on the back nine. I've had a good 9 holes so far, and I'm now on the back nine, and I'm going to make the most of the back nine as well. I'm going to enjoy life to the best of my ability. But the last 10 years have flown by, mate. They really have. They've fucking flown by. I've had a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances. People have come and gone. I've left a lot of people behind, and quite rightly so. People have left me behind. Do you know what I mean? You move on. Life is an evolution. You move on. So the mates you have in your 20s, you don't necessarily have in your late 40s. It just happens that way. People move on. I'm still in touch with people from my 20s, but not as many as I was when I was in my 20s. Do you know what I mean? Life moves on. People change. People move on. You have to. It's an evolution. But honestly, 20 years flies by. 10 years, so quick. This year's flown by. It doesn't seem 2 minutes since it was bloody January. Mirrors. Here we go. We're going to just pull him in here, and I'm going to say to Artie, it's a decent enough lay-by. Just pull him in here, pal, and I'm going to say to Artie. Right, I've been your old mate Borathea once again. You, my friend, have been beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've not rambled on too much. I know I talk a lot of shite, but do you know what I mean? It is what it is. 49 minutes, that's about enough, isn't it? I'll see you later, pal. Ta-ra now. All the best. Have a good evening. I'll publish this tomorrow. Ta-ra.